If you clicked on this video, it means one thing. You want to become a remarkable guy, desired and impossible to ignore. A man who walks into any room without needing to say a word. And yet, he gets noticed. That rare type who doesn't beg for attention, but still attracts it. Women approach him, eyes follow him, and no one quite understands why. But today, you're going to understand. Because this isn't about being nice, overly accommodating, or the guy who does everything for her, while waiting for a bit of affection in return. This video is about presence, about becoming unforgettable, about applying psychology in a smart, strategic way, almost invisibly, yet powerful enough to turn the game in your favor without you having to struggle for attention. Here, you won't find generic tips or cliches. You will discover 13 behaviors that act as silent, yet deadly, mental triggers, almost imperceptible details, but they ignite a strange, instinctive desire in her, completely out of her control. She won't be able to explain it. She'll just feel it, and she'll remember you, even if you disappear. So take a deep breath and pay attention, because if you apply what I'm about to show you, you'll never be seen as just another guy again. You'll be the one she can't forget. Before we continue, I need to tell you something. This video only reached you because someone liked it and subscribed to our channel. Now it's your turn to do the same. Leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell, so this chain of knowledge keeps growing and reaching more people. Also, comment down below which city you're watching from, because I want to know how far this video is traveling. Now, no more delays, let's get to the good stuff. First attitude, be surrounded by other women, but choose her. Nothing intrigues a woman more than a man who seems to be desired by others. This triggers a deep psychological phenomenon in the female brain known as selective social proof. She thinks if others are around him, there must be something special about him. And it's not just about looks, it's about energy, posture, confidence. When you're surrounded by other women, you convey silent value. You're not competing, you've already won, and that completely changes the game. But here's the secret. You don't need and shouldn't be flattering everyone. The point is to be in an environment where you're naturally surrounded by female attention, maintaining your centered, light, and fun demeanor until the right moment. Then, when you choose her, something magical happens. In that instant, she feels special, not because you need her, but because you could have anyone, and yet you chose her. This is symbolic power. The contrast between being desired by many while giving exclusive attention to one activates what psychology calls the unexpected reward reflex. It's as if she's won a prize, and her ego will never forget that. So stop chasing those who ignore you. Build your image as a sought-after man. And when you finally look at her, she won't be able to pretend she didn't feel it. If you're tired of watching her play games, ignore you, and do whatever she wants with your feelings, it's time to show who's in charge of the game. It's time to make her chase you and recognize your true value. In the first pinned comment, I've left a step-by-step guide on how to make her pursue you. Plus, you'll level up and become the best version of yourself. Click now. Second attitude, disappear at the height of attention. There's something profoundly enigmatic about a man who vanishes right when everything seems to be going well. When you disappear at the peak, you break the script she expected. This causes an emotional short circuit. She feels your absence as a void that needs to be filled, not with another man, but with you, because the attention you gave was intense and the absence sudden. It's in this break that the power lies. Most guys do the opposite. They give too much attention. They give too much of themselves. They are too available. The result? She gets used to it. And everything that becomes predictable loses value. But when you vanish just when she is enjoying your presence the most, she enters a state of emotional searching. She'll look for signs, messages, answers. She'll wonder, what happened? And that thought places you in her mind effortlessly. Strategic disappearance isn't about playing childish games. It's about emotional intelligence and narrative control. You don't need to disappear for days. Sometimes it's just about leaving a conversation at its peak, leaving a date with a taste of "I want more," creating space for desire to grow in your absence. This transforms you from just another guy into that guy she can't forget. Third attitude, master sarcasm with charm. Well-timed sarcasm is a powerful and often underestimated psychological weapon. When you know how to use this skill intelligently, you show that you have a quick wit, self-confidence, and a keen awareness of your surroundings. Women strongly react to men who don't take everything too seriously, but know exactly when and how to provoke with class. It's as if you're saying, "I see more than I'm showing," and that makes you more intriguing. But be careful. Sarcasm without charm turns into arrogance. The secret lies in subtlety, in the sly smile, in the glance that says, "I'm joking," but not really. When done right, this type of humor creates hidden sexual tension. You're not trying to be the funny guy. You're challenging her lightly, making it clear that you're not trying to please. You're just being you, and that's it. This makes her feel she's in front of someone with presence. Use sarcasm like a dance. Sometimes it provokes. Sometimes it retreats. Sometimes it challenges. Sometimes it praises. This emotional back and forth activates her interest on a subconscious level because you become a mystery to be unraveled. And remember, charm is what transforms irony into magnetism. It's what makes her laugh, even when she's being teased. Fourth attitude, always dress better than the environment expects. The way you dress is your presentation cloak. If you're the guy who's always a notch above what the place demands, you're already winning. People, including women, make judgments in the first 3 seconds. This isn't superficiality, it's psychology. When you're well-dressed, you're not just showing good taste. You're saying, "I respect myself. I take care of myself. I have standards." This directly impacts her perception of your value. You don't need to be the most handsome in the room. You need to be the best presented, the most put together, the one who knows how to use clothing as an extension of personality. The magic is that you feel different too. Your posture changes, your voice changes, your confidence changes. Everything starts from the outside and resonates within. Dressing better than the environment requires isn't an exaggeration, it's a detail. It's a shirt instead of a t-shirt. It's clean shoes instead of worn-out sneakers. It's just the right amount of cologne, a well-groomed beard, a steady gaze. It's knowing that while others try to fit in, you stand out naturally. And this quiet distinction shouts louder than 1,000 words. Fifth attitude, control your jealousy as if it doesn't exist. Nothing kills attraction more than an insecure man, the one who questions, complains, tries to control. Jealousy, when it slips out, reveals weakness. It shows that you don't trust your own worth. If you don't believe in yourself, why should she? The truly captivating man doesn't compete with anyone because he knows there's no competition. And don't confuse this with being passive. You see everything, you notice everything, but you don't react like an emotional boy. You observe calmly, act precisely, and step back gracefully when necessary. This kind of demeanor messes with her psychology because she expected a crisis, a drama, but found composure, control, autonomy, and this generates a respect that can't be bought. A woman might test, provoke, throw charm in other directions, but when she sees that you remain unfazed, something shifts. Now she wants to prove she deserves your attention back. In that moment, the game changes. You stop being the man chasing after her and become the man she wants to reach. Emotional control is an invisible power, yet those who feel it never forget. Sixth attitude, make it clear that you don't chase after anyone. You select. You need to understand. The man who chases is always behind. Literally. More than that, he's emotionally beneath. When you are selective, you position yourself as a prize, a challenge, a mystery, and everything that isn't easy tends to be more valued. The mistake many men make is thinking that to win someone over means to insist, but insistence is the opposite of value. Being selective makes it clear through your actions and presence that you're not available for just anyone. You observe, listen, analyze. You don't throw yourself at her, you invite, and this changes her perception of you in seconds. She realizes she needs to earn your attention, that she must also conquer, and when she becomes involved in the process, she commits with much more intensity. Selective men naturally spark curiosity and desire. It's not about ignoring women. It's about not showing neediness. It's about not appearing desperate for attention. It's about behaving like someone who has options, but knows exactly what he's looking for. And when you make this clear, she feels she's in front of someone rare. And what is rare, no one wants to lose. Seventh attitude, never speak poorly of other men. This diminishes you. Bad-mouthing other men is a self-sabotage. You might think you're standing out, but you're actually lowering yourself. When a guy tries to elevate himself by putting another down, he reveals insecurity. He shows he needs to attack someone to feel bigger. And what does a woman think when she sees this? That you're competing with the wrong people, when you should be focused on differentiating yourself with class. A man with poise never needs to point out others' flaws. He's so centered, so aware of his own worth, that he doesn't waste time talking about others. He prefers to show, not tell. Silent preference, firm presence, an attitude that stands out without overshadowing anyone. This emotional maturity is extremely rare and, therefore, extremely attractive. Moreover, when you speak poorly of another man, she imagines, if he talks like this about others, will he talk about me too? You become less trustworthy, less magnetic, so silence the judgment. Show who you are without needing to diminish anyone else. That, indeed, is superiority. This is what self-respect looks like, and self-respect always demands external respect. Eighth attitude, don't say I love you first. Make her beg for it. The phrase I love you said too early can be a fatal mistake. Not because the feeling is wrong, but because timing defines emotional impact. When you say it before she feels it, you break the tension. You give everything away before she's ready to receive it. And in that moment, the mystery dies. The game becomes predictable, and desire starts to fade. Men who know their worth don't rush to verbalize their emotions. They create experiences, connections, moments, and let the feeling grow in silence. When a woman begins to feel something strong, she starts looking for signs. She begins to wonder if you feel the same. And in that controlled space of doubt, fascination is born. Obsession, the desire to hear something from you that she doesn't have yet. Make her fall in love with your silences, with your glances, your gestures, your calculated absences. And when she's finally ready, when her eyes ask for it without speaking, when her body leans in wanting to hear, then perhaps, because then I love you stops being just a phrase and becomes a prize, an emotional conquest, and everything that is earned through effort holds value forever. Ninth attitude, have a distinctive perfume, olfactory memory sticks. There are things the brain forgets over time, but there are sensations that cling to memory in an almost impossible way to erase. Smell is one of them. Olfactory memory is one of the most primitive and powerful ways to create emotional connections. When you choose a distinctive fragrance that matches your energy, you're planting an invisible trigger in her mind. It's not an exaggeration, it's science. A scent can make her think of you days later, even without seeing you. It can make her heart race just from catching a whiff of a similar fragrance. It can create a silent bond that activates emotion and desire without her even knowing why. A man who understands this turns the simple act of wearing perfume into a personal branding tool. Choose a scent that represents who you are, something intense, mysterious, elegant. Use it sparingly. Too much perfume drives people away, but in the right amount, it becomes your signature, a code, a presence that lingers even after you've gone. And that, my friend, is one of the most subtle and lethal ways to become impossible to ignore. 10th attitude. Correct her lightly. Show that you're not easily enchanted. Most men go into automatic approval mode when they're interested in a woman. They agree with everything, laugh at everything, accept everything. The problem? It makes you predictable, weak, dependent on her approval. Now, when you correct her lightly, when you show that something bothered you without anger, without rudeness, you convey a clear message. You have standards. That changes the game, because most are trying to please, and you're there, calmly pointing out something you didn't find right, without losing emotional control. This activates a type of respect that few can evoke. She feels she needs to adjust her behavior if she wants to keep your attention. Because you're not just anyone, you're not easily impressed. You don't accept everything, but be careful. The key is in the lightness. It's not about being arrogant or aggressive. It's about being firm with courtesy. When you do this with a smile, calmly, with poise, you show that you are in control of yourself and the situation, and that not only demands respect, it creates attraction. Because a man who imposes limits subtly is a man she knows she cannot manipulate. 11th attitude. Never accept disrespect. Demand respect with a smile. Being calm doesn't mean being foolish. Being polite isn't being passive. The man who truly commands respect is one who doesn't need to raise his voice to be taken seriously. He simply looks, positions himself, and makes it clear with few words that he doesn't accept disrespect. And when he does this with a smile, without losing composure, the message becomes even more powerful. You need to understand that tolerating disrespect once opens the door for it to become a pattern. How you react in the first testing situations defines the level of respect she and anyone will offer you. The secret lies in not being shaken, not entering the game, just making it clear that you don't play at that level. Men like this become rare. And that's why they're unforgettable, because they are firm without being rude. They are respectful but non-negotiable when it comes to their own limits. And this silent firmness, this unshakable calm, generates an aura of natural leadership, because those who respect themselves to the utmost compel the world around them to do the same. 12th attitude. Be unpredictable. Change plans at the last minute. Predictability is the grave of attraction. When she knows exactly what you're going to do, say, and how you're going to act, she loses interest. Now, when you surprise her, change the plan, and act differently than she expected, you create emotional tension, and that tension is pure fuel for desire. A woman gets involved when she can't fully decipher you. This doesn't mean being irresponsible. It means having adaptability, improvisation, and personality. Maybe you were supposed to meet at 8 p.m., but you changed the location. Or you switch the idea of a bar for an unexpected outing. Perhaps in the middle of a normal conversation, you throw out an unconventional tease. These little breaks in the routine make her pay attention. Being unpredictable is mastering the element of surprise. It shows that you're not the type to follow the script of other men. You are unique, dynamic, and original. This keeps her alert, engaged, and curious. And curiosity is a silent form of seduction, because while she's trying to figure out your next moves, she's already caught up in the game. 13th attitude: don't speak poorly of other women, just express your preferences. Men who criticize other women think they're boosting their own value, but in reality they're demonstrating judgment, bitterness, and negative energy. The woman who hears this might smile, but inside she pulls away. Because you become the type of guy who uses comparison as a strategy. And no one wants to be around someone like that. True class lies in showing, through subtle actions and tastes, what kind of woman genuinely attracts you without putting others down. It's preferring discreet women without attacking the outgoing ones. It's valuing intelligence without insulting beauty. It's praising character without belittling appearance. This demonstrates maturity, vision, and emotional balance. High-value women notice this detail. They know that if you respect others, even when you're not involved, you'll know how to respect her too. Your preference becomes charm, your silence becomes power, and your ability to stand firm without judging elevates you above the majority. Because in the end, respect isn't something you demand. It's something you inspire. If this video made a difference for you, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Each video we create is carefully designed with the intention of helping you grow and achieve your best version. We want to share practical and direct tips that truly impact your life positively. So don't waste time. Comment below with the word gratitude and the phrase "in search of my best version." This way, the algorithm will share this video with even more men who are on a path of growth. Your engagement in the comments is essential for our content to reach those who need these tips the most. Plus, your support through likes and subscriptions strengthens our work and motivates us to continue creating valuable content for your journey. The more you interact, the more men will also gain access to this type of information, which only helps our mission to transform lives. So thank you for being with us on this journey. Stay tuned for our upcoming videos, as we're always bringing new ideas to help you evolve. Big hugs and see you in the next video.